Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today's video is featuring my client who has a severe case of alopecia. The alopecia is scarred, so our alternative was to go ahead and give her an extension service. But because she did have some hair in the front, I am a firm believer in using as much of our client's hair as possible. Now, with that being said, she does perspire a lot. So this actually worked out really, really well. So what we did was we went ahead and relaxed the perimeter of her hair. And then I used a little bit of our Elite foam, silk wrap foam to mold her hair. And when I went to mold her hair, the reason I'm doing the mold is because I am going to use the perimeter of the front of her head to basically use that as her front. I'm not going to add any extensions to the front of her hair because she sweats so much. It would not last. That's number one. And number two, we still wanted to involve her hair as best possible. Now, of course, her situation is very unique. Every alopecia situation is going to be unique. It's like a snowflake, just like I always say. It will never be the same. So with that being said, because her situation is like this was the alternative for her. So we are going to be using, it's called bump hair, and we're going to give her a rendition of a short style. But as I said, we are going to use the front of her hair for the front of the style. We are not going to add extensions to the hairline area in the front. Now for the remainder of her head, I did go ahead and base her or start creating a foundation using styling gel. The reason for the styling gel is this is the first layer of protectant for our liquid cap or liquid growth solution. As you guys know, I like to use the liquid cap versus the stocking cap because I feel like the liquid cap is something that is number one, water soluble, it protects the scalp, and it doesn't add any additional tension to the client's head. Now with that, I did still add some wrap strips or end papers to protect the hair that she does have around the perimeter. And she did have a couple strands in the crown area and also right above the occipital bone. So of course, even though she has alopecia, that doesn't mean that we're just going to act like we don't care about the hair that she does have. I'm still going to treat the hair that she does have as if it was the hair that is down her back, and we're going to protect it to the best of our ability. So that is the reason why I use the end papers as well as the gel as the first two layers of protectant before I put the silicone base on her head. Now, keep in mind, if your client sweats or perspires a lot, the end papers can be eliminated and you can just use gel and the Growth Protect. But for her, because I did want to make sure that I was definitely taking care of the remainder of her hair, I still use the wrap strips along with the gel, allowed it to dry thoroughly, and then I put the growth solution on or on top of the end papers. So that black stuff that you see that's kind of shiny, that is the Growth Protect solution. It's like a silicone solution, but it is also water soluble. So when it is time for us to remove this installation of the extension hair, we remove it with just a quick rinse of warm water, and that's it. So there's no damage, there's no pulling, there's no worries of a cap rolling up, none of that. And at the same time, we are boosting her confidence and giving her a total transformation. This is something that she would never have thought to do. She normally wears wigs to cover up, what she has going on. But she came in and she entrusted me with basically just saying, do what I do best and just give her a nice style. And that's what we did. So you guys can sit and look at the installation, and then I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about the cut and the style. Now for the closing of the extension installation, I did use the closure piece that they put in this box. Now this hair is human. The closure piece actually works really well for what we were doing. It is something where you just have to kind of manipulate it to make it do whatever you wanted it to do. So I like to cut off some of the excess lace that they have on it. And then I use that as a closure at the top because, of course, it's closed really nicely. So if you notice, her hair is in the front of this install. So if the breeze blows, you are seeing her hair. And my goal was to give her a style that was not so much work for her because she was going on a trip or is going on a trip to a foreign country. She is not used to doing her own hair. So I wanted to make sure that this would be something that was very easy for her to take care of with a simple wrap at night. And then she'll be able to get up and go in the morning. So for her back, I did taper it down. And then for her sides and her front, I did some razoring. And then I also used my shears just to kind of eliminate some of the weight at the face. And as I said, I did leave her hair in the front on purpose because I wanted to give her her identity at the same time. I didn't want to change who she is. And I also wanted to use what she had to the best of our ability without covering everything up. Keep in mind, as I said, she does perspire heavily, so I didn't want to make it so easy for the hair to end up lifting or something of that sort, especially because she's going to be away in a foreign country. And at the end of the day, this really worked out really well for her because she was very comfortable and it looked very natural on her. So that was our goal as well. So I'm going to let you guys finish or continue to see the style evolve, and then we will come back and talk about the finished style. Okay, guys, so on to the styling portion of this service. All I did was give her some really big body curls or some bumps or whatever you wanted to call them, to just put some shape in the hair and a little bit of style. I did not want to give her something that was going to be intimidating for her when it came time for her to take care of it. So all I did was use my flat iron and just give it some really quick bumps. And that was really it, guys. This is almost a really easy style for her to manage, whether she come into the salon or she's away on a trip. I feel like this style really worked for her and her lifestyle and what she had going on. And it didn't take away from her actual identity. The wig she came in wearing was a rendition of this, but it was a little bit longer towards the front. And she did not like to have hair in her face. So by us actually leaving out the hair that she had, which was her hair in the front, it allowed her to have that easy transition and that that feel that it was just something that was seamless and didn't take a lot for her to take care of, because her hair is involved. And that is another reason why we went ahead and relaxed her hair. I didn't want to give her something where her natural hair could potentially revert. And to be quite honest, guys, the hair or the alopecia she have is so severe that there is no room for regrowth because it is scarred. So at the same time, me leaving those hairs in the front for her to now have to work even harder was not going to do her any justice, because it was not going to fix the problem that she has at hand. But we did come up with something that, of course, was going to be usable for her and also boost her confidence at the same time. So you guys get to see the finished look. I'm going to let you guys tell me what you think. Please comment in the comment section and tell me what you thought about this style. Do you feel like it really suited her? Because I feel like this was bomb. Everyone in the salon was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And she absolutely loved it. No one would have known how she came in and that she had a severe case of alopecia. We made this baby look fly.